Hey there. So this is my how I picked my top 10 pairings for each category video. I have 5 categories, and then I'm going to have another video explaining honorable mentions. I guess I'm not explaining, but telling you all my honorable mentions. The first series is live action, and I had 25 series. So there's 15 for honorable mentions. My second category is live action movies, which had 15 pairings, so 5 more, making 20 for my total honorable mentions. Next, we have animated TV series, which had 30 different pairings, and so obviously I have 20 more for honorable mentions. So now we're up to 40 honorable mentions, and I still have 2 more categories to go. Animated movies has 20 pairings, so that's 10 more for honorable mentions, making 50. So now I'm currently tied with how many top 10 pairings I have. I have 50 honorable mentions and 50 in the top 10. Well, I'm not done yet, because my 5th category is crossovers, and I have 15. 15. So that's another 5. So I have more honorable mentions than I have pairings in my top 10, which I guess is how it should go. Yeah. But here's how it goes, okay? I basically took for every category, I took everything I could think of with a pairing. Like live action TV series, I watch 25. I was even thinking some older ones I've watched. Okay, so it's 25 series that I watch or at least care about. And I chose my favorite pairing, which was not the easiest thing to do. It usually revolves around my favorite character. I chose my favorite pairing in the whole thing. Happens. So each series and each movie only has one pairing. The only time you'll see doubles of names is in my crossovers. You will see that I have some that I like to pair with a lot of different people. I have one whose name is on there 4 times, and that's not even just in the 15. His name's there 4 times. I don't know how many times he's in the top 10, but I didn't have 10 different characters or 10 different pairings without similarities. Like I said, one had 4, a couple of them had 3. So I mean, you will see doubles in my crossover top 10. Just the way it goes. But yeah, that's basically what I did. I wrote down the series and my favorite pairing. I had to write down multiple pairings for some of them and then cross it out and choose. Which was really hard. And then out of, especially the animated TV series, which is mostly anime, warning you now, it like has so many that I love, and I could only choose 10. I'm not even sure I put them in the correct order, but I kind of love them all so much it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So that's just how it goes. Yeah. I had so many pairings, and then especially for anime and animated series, that I couldn't just do it. Basically, I'll have a minute and a half in each video to explain. Some may not get quite the full explanation because, well, I have to spend like 30 seconds of the beginning of the video saying what it is. So the probably the first one I do will end at the minute and a half in the video, but it'll only get a minute rather than a minute and a half. Yeah. Or some of them will even be a little less than that. But I can only do 15-minute videos currently on YouTube. So, until I can fix that, minute and a half explanation for each pairing. Yeah. So, a lot of them it was really hard, and then some I had to really reach out for. I tried to do it in multiples of 5. As you can see, each one's 5. If I had 26, I'd get rid of one of my least favorites. If I had 29, like I did for the animated one, I just went and found one. The bottom of my honorable mentions is one I like, but like it's not one I really watch. I think it's okay. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I wrote the series, chose a pairing, made a multiple of 5 so it'd be easier for me. Then the hardest part was definitely taking just 10, especially the animated series, and then trying to put them in any sort of order. I put, you'll notice that I put, some of my top 10 are not quite, like, they don't deserve to be in my top 10 in my favorites, but I felt it only fair. I do love a lot of yaoi pairings, which are basically guy on guy, in case you don't know what yuri is. And I like a lot of those pairings. And a lot of them aren't even canon. Some of them should be canon, because it's totally there, but it was never there in the series, like Merther. Just my name. Just saying, it was totally canon. Anyone could see it. Even my husband saw it. I tried so hard for the first 2 seasons not to see it. I tried. I really did. Anyway. So, but then I wanted to make sure that because I love so many yaoi pairings, I also need to be fair and put on a straight pairing. Some of them I have straight pairings as number 1. So, I mean, I'm not. Okay, I'm hopeless yaoi fanatic, but anyway, then I also felt that it should only be fair that I do yuri pairings, which is girl on girl pairings. So you will see a few of those, like number 9 will be a straight or a yuri, and the 10 will be the opposite of whatever the previous one was. And it's because I felt it only fair to have them on there, and then I chose which one I liked better of the 2. I'm only saying that because on my TV series, there's a yuri as number 10. That's not exactly in my top 10, but I still like it. My animated TV series, I'm pretty sure I had to do the same thing. And it was really hard because I love so many of them. So, yeah. Also, in my honorable mentions video, I will say the pairing and why they didn't end up in my top 10. Like, some I really like, but they're not in my top 10. And I'll tell you why.